description.
Alright, hey, this is Hans and coming at you with another episode of Instant Noodle Recipe Time. This is the show where I show you what to do with your instant noodles. Today we've got one from Nissin here in the United States. This is possibly the longest name of any product I've ever reviewed. This is Nissin Top Ramen Beef Flavor Ramen Noodle Soup Bachan's Japanese barbecue sauce with Japanese barbecue sauce by Bachan's, the original. So there you go. Ridiculously long nomenclature for you today. And today is March 26th, 2026, which I didn't realize, but I do now. Let's see. Room temp, 3 minutes. Let's stand for 3 minutes. Okay, that's disconcerting. But I found out today is oh, crap. Hold on. Alexa, turn on Disco Party. Now, where was I? Oh yeah. So I found out today is a day of days, a thing deal. This is weird. Cook it for 3 minutes and let it stand in the microwave for 3 minutes. That's a new one for me. Maybe doing it that way lessens the possibility of explosions inside the microwave. I always want to avoid that. I don't like to make a mess, although I am very apt at making a mess in all sorts of different ways. But yeah, here, let me get this going, then I'll tell you the fascinating news of the day of why today is an interesting day, at least around these parts. I was going to talk about something else, too. I can't remember. What the hell was I going to talk about? I don't know. Oh, look. Corn. Who doesn't enjoy corn? Especially in their ramen. Very traditional thing to add to ramen. Yeah, I know. Alright, let's get her going. Ramen noodle soup. Alright, 3 minutes. I'm not trying to make you go. I'm trying to get, there you go, there you go. One. Alright, here we are. So yeah, it's March 26th, 2026. And what's interesting about today, like I said, I just found out, is that 26 years ago today, so there's a 26, there's a 26. 26 years ago today, they blew up the Kingdom, which was a big deal. And yeah, that's kind of neato. Kaboom. And then they ended up with Safeco Field. I can't remember what it's called now. T-Mobile Park, that's right. But they made Safeco Field, which was known around here as the house that Griffey built, because that's when, I don't know, the last season the Mariners had was really good, but yeah. Anyways, the weather is nice. I don't know. I really wanted to see the Kingdom blow up first person, but I didn't get to do that. But I did see a game there once. And then I did see a game at Safeco Field right after it opened. And it rained. And the roof wouldn't work. So it was the first time they had a rain delay in Seattle because the Kingdome, it wasn't a retractable roof. And that was built in 76. I don't know where they played before that, honestly. But, yeah, so I was at the first rain delay that they had in like over 30 years or something like that. Kind of crazy. But they were ready for it. I mean, they were running out there with that big, huge tarp, you know. It was weird, though, because it's like, it's the year 2000. Why does this look like such an old video? The video I was watching of the Kingdome blowing up. I guess that was 26 years ago, but it looks so much cheesier. I don't know. The people on the news were super cheesy, and everybody was really cheesy. I don't know. A lot of cheese. A lot of cheese. Oh, what did I do today? I went out, walked around. Between Tuesday and today, because I didn't go out walking yesterday because I had other stuff to do. And I'm guessing yesterday was the day they did it. They like hacked up the trail I walk on. Okay, 3 minutes. They there's a couple sections that they like sliced into and removed pavement from. So that was weird. And that bird is incredibly happy. I don't know why. Doesn't it know it's all coming to an end? But oh, what else is going on? Oil is going back up. I'm like so curious what it's like where you're at. I guess on the video that I put out today, a viewer mentioned that the video that came out today was the day before No Kings happened, No Kings 2. And this is Thursday. On Saturday, March 28th, No Kings 3 will happen. So I was talking about tomorrow No Kings is going to happen. And so on and so on. So I guess I'm keeping pace with something in the universe. I don't know. But I'm just waiting for it to sit long enough so I can put this goo in there. This original goo. Scan for coupon. I don't know. My thoughts on this one, it's beef top ramen, and then we're adding this to it. I'm expecting a violently salty experience. That's what I was talking to a buddy on the phone that I was going to review this about the sodium. One package is one serving, and it has 1,800 milligrams of sodium. So while that's a lot, that's considerably less than I expected. I was expecting like a Chinese variety that some of those have like 3,000 milligrams of sodium. So I was expecting kind of like up there, but it's funny too because I've had varieties that say they're like 2,000 milligrams of sodium and they seem bland. They don't seem salty at all. It's like, well then why not? Where's the salt? Where's the beef? This one has beef fat in it, so I labeled it as having beef because that comes from the beef. So, beef na beef. But yeah, I'm curious about this one. I'll be quite honest. I have the curiosity. I'm curious as a kaya about this one. And I'm thinking about what I want to review tomorrow, and I'm unsure what to review tomorrow because I've got one that's really fancy that I'm dying to try. But I might hold off on that for yet another week. It wasn't cheap. I had to get it off of eBay. And I'm thinking like, here is our unadulterated elbow bumping into things. Okay. So here's this. Give it a stir. I want to try it pre-mutilization and post-mutilization. So before adding the banchans, let's try it without it. They're freaking hot. Getting a lot of mushroom in there. Here's the broth pre. Getting more mushroom than beefy beef, I'd have to honestly say. Beef and mushroom, an apt pairing, however. Okay, here's our liquid element. Is it me, or is the Bachan stuff a little thicker than that usually? I'm not sure. Maybe it's adulterated Bachans. Oh yeah, that tastes like that stuff. That tastes like teriyaki sauce to me. It's very sweet. I remember we got like a bottle of that. Maybe it was 2 bottles. We got it at Costco. Was the first time I tried it. And I'm like, if you use it and you have it like as a dipping sauce or something, and you just use it, it burned my lips after a while. It just has like an acidity to it too. Give this a thorough stir-tacular. Okay. Now, once we've added barbecue sauce to a noodle soup, which seems kind of disturbing, it tastes like. It's not bad. I mean, I get you. I don't think if I just had a pack of beef top ramen that I would really think of doing this. This might be a thing though. I really don't know. Are you people doing this on your own? Don't just say, yeah, of course, don't you do that? Everybody does that, yeah. No, I don't think you do. You know who I think came up with this idea? The Bachans people. I don't know, I keep calling it Banchans, but Bachan is something completely different. That's like you go out for Mexican food and you get chips and salsa. Well, you go out for Korean food and you got the Bachan. And Bachan is, oh golly, what do you call it? Pickled everything. Pickled, you get lotus bean pod, you get this, that, the other thing. It's really good. In fact, I wish there was a restaurant and all they had was Bachan. I would be all over that. Like for real. I would eat that every day. Like permanently, like forever. I'd be all over that. If such a thing existed. Oh boy, this egg feels really jammy. And that was a pigeon. Did you hear that? Pigeon on the deck. Pigeon on the patio. These eggs are tired. There you go. They look nice. I really like that color, and I'm gonna have to go and get more egg at the egg store. because I have to go to a store, not here in this town, but to a different city altogether to get the good eggs. Got some... I had to live with getting glared at to get this. I go to the food zone at the food place, the House of Food, and I get 1 ounce of ground beef. And if the nice lady's there, she just kind of laughs about it. But the guy that was there last time, dude, he like totally was freaking mean mugging me. I'm like, yeah, I just want 1 ounce. 1 ounce. And he kept like grabbing tiny little bits. I'm like, that's perfect, dude. That'll be fine. And then he like looks at me like I just shot Bambi. I'm like, God, dude. I'm sorry you had to wash your hands after you were cutting all that meat in the back, but you know, this is, as I've been told time and time again, I'm doing God's work here. So seriously, people have been telling me that for years. Dude, you're doing God's work. Like, no. That's other stuff I do. That comes later in the day. But there is your food stuff deal thing, your eatery, and now you can watch it as it rotates. Yeah. All right, well, that was a thing. I expected a little more out of that, but kind of got the fact that it wasn't more and didn't get less. I don't know. I'm like slightly underwhelmed, fascinated, but slightly underwhelmed. There's 2 more varieties from this range. This was the original. Then there's like a garlic parm and a sweet and spicy. I don't. It's all just beef top ramen bowl, and then a sachet of the Bachan sauce. No, wait, it's Bachan. Stop mispronouncing it. Syllable. Bachans. I bet you it's got an octopus on it. I wonder if it's just mainly used for takoyaki. I don't know. Yaki taco? This has been Hans the Ramen Reader, wishing you enjoyment of your noodles each and every day. Have a good one. Bye-bye.